So I was going to make a video with me complaining and just being a salty Cowboys fan, just talking about the loss. And then I decided to do something different. I had two reasons for that. First, I realized that I picked the Packers to make the Super Bowl this year. And in a close game where the Cowboys made a good comeback, I don't really know how I could sit up here and legitimately criticize the Cowboys game to make it a worthwhile video. As I was thinking about what to do, my Twitter notifications went off. I follow Skip Bayless on Twitter. As a fellow Cowboys fan, I just find the utter stupidity of his tweets and the delusional fanhood that he shows toward the Cowboys hilarious. I find it hilarious. His comments are a goldmine, and the stuff he spews day in and day out is just hilarious. If you don't know who Skip Bayless is, you've been living under a rock. Skip Bayless is the most famous Cowboys fan in the world and has a show on FS1 with Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe, where he spews his cold and hot takes day in and day out. He was previously on a show with the sports broadcasting GOAT, Stephen A. Smith, called First Take. So as I looked through those tweets of Skip Bayless complaining about everything from the calls to Jason Garrett, everything, I thought, how good of a video would it be if a Cowboys fan like myself, that I consider rational, am I a little biased because myself? Probably, but I like to consider myself a rational Cowboys fan. What would a video be like if I went through and read these tweets and gave my thoughts and reactions? So that's what I decided to do. So let's start from the beginning of the game. Skip's first tweet at 4:25 p.m. is this: I don't love deferring to Aaron Rodgers in quote-unquote his house. Personally, I always like deferring a kickoff, especially when the offense in question, the Cowboys offense, has been absolutely abysmal on opening drives this year. Skip, on the other hand, must be seeing something different. Next, 4:36 p.m. Amari Cooper, in all caps, mind you. Amari Cooper, you have to catch that. Not only a drop, but an interception. Cannot do this against Aaron Rodgers in quote-unquote his house. Just makes me sick. Yes, Skip, an NFL wide receiver should have caught that. However, considering how open he was, that was a bad pass by Dak. Was not fast enough, and he did not lead him as he should have. Blame is 50-50 on that ball. Continuing with Skip Bayless's crusade against Amari Cooper this game, Dak's pass was a touch behind Amari, but all he had to do was slightly slow down to catch it because he was so open. Got both hands on it, got to catch it. Instead of 7-0 Dallas, it's now 7-0 Green Bay. Just makes me sick. Like I said before, Skip, if he was so open, Dak should have made the throw with room. I agree. If Amari Cooper caught that, there's a very good chance he could have scored. But still, Dak has to deliver a better ball as a quarterback in the NFL, especially one that is vying for a contract that he believes is in the high 30s. You got to make a better throw there. Next, Skip tweets out at 4:45, uh-oh, Mason Crossbar could be hurt. Okay, this is not a very good use of your Twitter, Skip. I just want to let you know. As someone who's a Twitter guru such as myself, do not bring injury into a tweet in a condescending way, especially when your team is getting their ass handed to them. Do not do that in the future, because you're only inviting karma to turn over and bite the Cowboys in the ass if you truly love them. Next, following a downfield completion from Dak Prescott to Amari Cooper, once again, hate to say this, but if Amari could have kept his balance on a very good pump-and-go throw by Dak, Amari could have scored. My response is simple. If Dak threw a better ball, Amari could have scored. But no, once again, you seem content to pile on as much blame as possible on everybody but Dak. There's a time where you look at your quarterback and say, you know what, that's on you. Next, at 5:06 p.m., that was not a holding call on Tavon Austin. Baloney. Yes, Skip, I agree. I agree with you here. That did not look like a holding call to me. But, however, it is a holding call. You have 3 quarters left in the football game. You should be able to make up for a holding call. No need to start losing your mind over a holding call early in the game. Continuing on the Tavon Austin rant, Skip tweets out at 5:10, take away the Tavon hold and that interception doesn't happen. Well, no crap, Skip. Of course it wouldn't happen. But don't use it as an excuse for Dak Prescott to get let off the hook easily. That was not a good throw by Dak. Not a good throw whatsoever. I don't want to deal with if, ands, or buts every single week. Just take the fact that it was an interception and move on. I don't get what's so difficult. Next, Skip tweets out, "It's going to be one of those long days. Dak forced that throw to a tight window to Amari. That window closed." So why did you tweet the previous tweet? Why'd you just blame Tavon for... In response to a play in which Aaron Rodgers appeared to fumble the ball and Leighton Vander Esch recovered, Skip tweets out, "Hate to say it, but that was a pass." I agree with Skip here. It looked to me as though Aaron Rodgers' arm went forward, and I'm happy they changed the call on the field. Good job, Skip. You get a gold star for this one. Next, in the most realistic tweet, the most factual tweet of the night, Skip says this: "This is a disaster." To that I say, correct! Continuing the trend of doom and gloom, Skip goes on to say this: "This nightmarish game turned on two throws. The potential touchdown pass off Amari's hands that was intercepted, and the one Amari caught but couldn't keep his balance when he could have gone to the distance. Could have been 7-0 Dallas, could have been 7-7, but now it's all over." Well, I agree partially. The one interception was definitely a game changer. But why are you blaming a receiver for catching the ball? The second catch, he caught the ball and ran with it. It was not a good throw. I don't know what you're expecting to happen. Amari Cooper is a human being. For some reason, you believe he must be the second coming of Calvin John, somebody, Jerry Rice, somebody. Calm down, Skip. Yes, one of those plays changed the game. A lot of plays change the game in football. It's a very play-oriented game. But once again, heap all the blame on Amari. Not once is Dak mentioned in that sentence. In that tweet, Dak is not mentioned once. Why? Because Skip refuses to have his golden boy spoiled. In this next tweet, Skip begins to enter out of his deep depression at halftime. "I still believe in this Cowboys team, but I'm shell-shocked by how little energy and spirit and confidence it has played with today, especially on defense. It just seems so lifeless and sluggish and slow-motioned. Just so dead-headed. Can't depend on a head coach to motivate it." Is this a new realization for you? The Cowboys have never, ever had energy with Garrett, and they never will with Garrett. Why are you expecting something? Why? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Next, after an amazing play by a defender, knocking the ball out of Randall Cobb's hands, Skip Bayless says this: "That throw hit Randall Cobb right in the chest and he dropped it." Skip must have cataracts. That is the only explanation, because the defender made a very I can't remember the defender's name at the top of my head. If I would say it, because that play was good. That was a very good play, stopping it, getting the ball out of Randall Cobb's hands. Good job, defender. I don't know your name. Sorry about that. Next, Skip re-enters his depression. Amari has to fight and catch it. Good throw. Now shockingly poor punt. This game is about to be over. Skip, the game has been over. Okay, I gave up on the game going into halftime. The game has been over. And guess what? No matter how exciting it got towards the end, the game was always over. Now, facing defeat, Skip Bayless goes to his natural defense mechanism. Taking credit away from the quarterback or the player that he doesn't like that did well this game. And in this game, of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Jerry World isn't Aaron Rodgers' house. It's now Aaron Jones' house. Skip, I'd hate to inform you, but as far as I'm concerned, they're both paying the bills to this house. They are both keeping the lights going on because both of them had great games. Especially Aaron Jones. I will be the first to admit that he played better than Rodgers, but it's still both their house. Next, Skip has entered sarcasm. Congratulations, Packers fans. You just kicked the Cowboys' tails at Jerry World. This game is over, and it's a wipeout. An embarrassment, a humiliation. Go ahead and gloat. You deserve to today. Please, God, let this mean this is the last tweet. I don't know how much longer I can take this. If I have to read another tweet from this man, I'm going to go take a bath with a toaster. Please, all I ask is this be the last one. Oh, for Christ's sake. Next, Skip goes on to talk about a pass interference call called on the Cowboys on a play that was targeting Jimmy Graham. That was not a pass interference. Jimmy Graham was falling down. You're right, Skip. It wasn't a pass interference because it was called a hold on the TV. Don't know if your ears are working as well as your eyes, but who knows? The retirement home may have to cut their budget down. That's the Amari Cooper I know and love. What a sweet throw by Dak. Are you kidding me? Sweet throw by Dak? My little brother could have made that throw. Amari Cooper made 3 guys miss and did a spin move in the end zone. It made it look like Madden. You're giving everything to Dak? To Dak, he made an easy throw. Amari wasn't even covered. How can you give props to Dak with a straight face? Don't worry, we're almost done. We got 2 more. Dak Prescott threw 1 ball that deserved to be intercepted. I'm done. I'm not reading this anymore. I'm done. And finally, at 7:58 p.m. on October the 6th, give me that Kevin King non-call, and heck, give me those 2 early Amari plays, the muff interception and the stumble, and all I know for sure is that the Packers sure were lucky, as usual versus Dallas. Shut up and learn to take an L, old man. There's only one thing left to do.